He's Stonebraker and he does stuff, yeah. Feel the hum of the wheels out there. Not perfect, but he dares to dream. Hit that subscribe, make that bell scream.
What's up, YouTube? Stonebraker does stuff. Back out here again on a chilly 48 degree, but could be worse. Wednesday, February 25th, 2026. It is 3:06 p.m. I went ahead and took today off as well. That is 2 Wednesdays in a row. I'll tell you what, it is nice having a Wednesday off during the week. It kind of breaks up the work week a little bit and it makes it go by quicker. But anyways, it has been chilly. So my last video that I posted last Wednesday, 70 degrees. It was fantastic outside. And I had mentioned how it was supposed to get chilly the next, few days. I didn't think it was going to be as chilly as it was. We had gotten back down into the low 20s. Even got a little snow. Luckily, it wasn't the snow that lasts very long, and it was gone the next day. So it's okay out today. Sunny, which is nice. Just under 50. I think we're probably at the high right now. I don't think it's going to get much higher than what we got. Tomorrow's supposed to be pretty good, a little warmer. And then I think the weekend we're looking at like the same weather today, just not as sunny. But then I think like next week, high 50s, and I think I saw a 60. So could be worse, could be better. But it is a good day when you can get out and ride an e-bike. I got two hoodies on, a pair of gloves, a hat, and it is very doable in the high 40s. So it's not bad. It's not too uncomfortable. You just layer up a little bit and you'll be good to go. But besides having a day off of work and, a little bit warmer weather than what we've had, I thought I would get out here and talk a little bit about, believe it or not, used e-bikes. So, you would think this is an e-bike channel or something, right? As much as I talk about e-bikes and how I'm looking forward to April. But this weekend, I wouldn't say this close to buying an e-bike, but like this close. So I came this close to buying an e-bike. Not only buying a e-bike, but I came that close and possibly purchasing 2 e-bikes. So let's talk about that a little bit. So if you're new to the channel, I live in the middle of nowhere in Indiana. I live in a super small town, but e-bikes are slowly growing in popularity, not just in my town, but in my county. So when I first started making these videos in 2023, you wouldn't see other people on e-bikes. You could not find e-bikes for sale. I couldn't believe I found my e-bike for sale, locally used. But I'll get on Marketplace on Facebook every now and then, and I'll do like a search for e-bikes. And I do have to expand the miles a little bit. So we're usually talking 60 miles. So sometimes I'll bump it up a little bit if I want to hit, a few bigger towns. I may have to bump it to 80. I don't mind like driving 80 miles. I love driving, actually. In a previous life, I think I was a truck driver or a rich old man that drove in his spare time, because I absolutely love driving. I think it's just getting out and seeing new places and stuff like that. But anyways, I got on Marketplace, and as I've done hundreds of times, I typed in the word e-bike, and I found a few. And I've noticed over the 2.5 years of my midlife e-bike addiction that, at least for me, when I'm looking for e-bikes on Marketplace, I'm either going to get really cheap Amazon e-bikes that if I was to give it a high five, it would probably fall over and die. Or, you get a couple name brand e-bikes that used, like, the people are trying to sell it for almost what it costs brand new. There's like nothing in between, unless it's me posting. unless you see an ad for me selling an e-bike, because you know you're going to get a good deal with me, because I make terrible financial decisions. But anyways, I got on there and I happened to see a few, and I got to thinking, I'm like, okay, so first off, I saw this one right here. And this is a mock wheel. Again, I can't escape my love for mock wheel. I don't know for sure if it's the Mesa. If we can put that in editing, what kind of bike is that? Thank you so much, editor Adam. I'll give you an extra bowl of chicken noodle soup for dinner tonight. But I saw that one right there, and right away, that caught my attention because, you know, it's about an hour away, and it's a mock wheel, so it's not a no-name Amazon bike that I don't know anything about. And then I also noticed the price, $600. And sometimes, you know, you can kind of offer a little bit lower. I never lowball because I hate being lowballed. These people okay? Huh, I smell smoke. You guys hear that beeping? I thought my GoPro died and I was about to throw an F-bomb. But that house, the smoke alarm was beeping. And I was gonna go and be like, hey, you guys okay? But I think I saw a guy. I'm gonna run my niece over up here. I was gonna run you over. Why aren't you in school? No, it was people at the house right there. Yep. Why aren't you at school? Oh, school got out.
Did you get ink in the printer yet?
No, I need to though. I need to buy a new printer. I need to buy a new printer.
Yeah.
Because that ink is more expensive. Do you win $1 million?
One, I won $10, the other 100.
Jeez, I don't
So I
win
cashed
anything.
in, I took that $10, went and got it, and then I got.
You want a jalapeno chip?
That's okay. You want to be in my YouTube video? Yeah, you guys are gonna. I'm gonna have you guys my thumbnail. Do a thumbs up. You guys can be my thumbnail. Come on, Mom. Do a thumbs up. There you go. All right, now I'm gonna go. I forgot it's after 3 o'clock on a Wednesday, so they get out of school earlier than what they typically do. Anyways, where was I? So yeah, e-bikes. So I messaged the dude about the mock wheel, and he didn't get back to me right away, but he did get back to me and kind of asked him some like general questions. I said, is there anything wrong with it? And he's like, no, but the only thing is I lost the key. So the battery you can't take the battery out because he doesn't have a key. It charges, you just have to charge it on the bike. Granted, I am sure that you can probably fix that by getting a replacement key port or something, or figuring something out, but that kind of made me suspicious. And I looked at the dude's profile and like, I'm sorry, but if you're a dude selling an e-bike that doesn't have a key and your profile picture is you like holding a fake gun and you got a teardrop tattoo, I'm going to assume that you've committed several felonies, and I'm not going to buy that. So it was tempting. I offered him $500 just to see what he said, and he said he'd take it. And I debated. I'm like, man, what if this is stolen? What if this is a scam? You know, what if the dude's gonna pop a cap in me? I don't know. I didn't want to get a cap popped in me that day, so I decided to block him because I know I would be tempted to send him another message. I may send him another message this weekend and be like, hey, if you still have that, I'll give you $400, and just put my morals down below so I don't have to even think about that. But that was very tempting. And then I saw this bike right here too. This is a Be Cool Explorer. We'll put that right up there as well. I've always loved the look of these bikes, and a lot of accessories, as you can see, like that would save me a little bit of money, because a lot of the accessories he has on there are things I would put. He had the same mirrors. He had a seat, so I wouldn't have to buy a seat. And it said $700. Now, I'm not 100% sure, but I think that bike is like $1,000 brand new or $1,100 brand new. So I did message him and asked a couple questions. I asked the same thing. I'm like, hey, is everything work with it? He's like, yeah, everything works great, no issues. And then I was like, okay, where do you live? Let me see we may figure something out. And then he said, yeah, everything's great, except it has a cracked screen. So then he showed me the screen, and I'm like, dude, why didn't you put that in the ad? Why didn't you put that picture? So I offered him 500 again, and I'm like, just 500 as is, and he never got back with me. So that was the end of that one. So I was very close. Hey. I was very close this weekend to making one of those purchases. I really wish the mock wheel would have had the key. I would have felt a little bit better knowing it had a key and everything, as opposed to and maybe I'm just judging the dude. Maybe he just loves face tattoos and holding fake guns and profile pictures. But he had the charger and everything. So I mean, if it was stolen or something, why would he have the charger, I looked in my area and I was kind of shocked by how many, relatively close e-bikes were for sale. So I got on there and I thought, what would be kind of a cool video to make, or just something to talk about a little bit, at least for me. I don't know how entertaining it's going to be for you guys, but just kind of compare and contrast. So I've got a list, and much like Santa Claus, I checked it once. I didn't check it twice. So these are just some of the bikes I saw now there were more, but a lot of them were just bikes I had never heard of. I could not even find them online. So I went ahead and just kind of picked and chose some that were local within 60 miles, and bikes that I had heard of, or, they were bikes that I could find, and not bikes that looked like they were just random. So anyways, this was the first bike I saw, or first bike I want to talk about. It's a Narek, hope I'm pronouncing that right, e-bike. 20x4 tires. It looks like it's a folding e-bike. It's got a really low step through. I feel like I've seen this bike online quite a few times, and I don't think it's anything super fancy or anything, but looking at the post here, and I should have got more info. I should have went over how many miles are on it and all that good stuff, but unfortunately I just did not do that. So we're just gonna make do with what I got, and those guys are working on the trail there. So so the Narek e-bike, 20x4 tires. It is a folding e-bike. Based on this post right here, they were asking $500, or excuse me, $550. I'm trying to give them credit for $50. Maybe they'll take $500, but per the ad, $550. Now when I looked this online, and this is judging completely based off of the price online. Some companies charge tax, some don't. Some charge shipping, some don't. So we're just gonna go ahead and base everything off of the ad online. So per the website, $640, brand new. So would you rather spend $640 to get a brand new bike, or spend $550 used, not knowing what's going on with it? So is that a deal or a no deal? To me, that is going to have to be a big no deal. So for that Narek e-bike, 20x4, not a deal for me. Maybe if they offered it at $450 or $400, I can see, because especially I know it's not a very expensive bike, obviously, and it's not a very, I wouldn't trust it for too long. So first bike, that's a no deal. And then this second bike, I'm gonna be honest with you, I have never heard of it. I don't know if I got the name right. We'll put the pictures up here for all the bikes, but this one kind of shocked me, and I swear this has to be a typo. So if you're looking what I'm looking at right here, it's a Rich Bit. To me, that sounds like a garden tool or something. But I think it says it's a Rich Bit D12 or O12. So 26x4 tires. So it's got the fat tires, which are good. If you can see in his post right there, and this has to be a typo, or otherwise this dude is he's out of his mind. Says he paid $15K. I'm pretty sure there's supposed to be a dot between the 1 and the 5, 1.5K. But this dude says he paid $15K for this e-bike. So right away, unless it travels to space, or makes coffee every morning, that's a no deal for me, no deal. But I looked this up and I found, I think it relatively close. I think it's the same bike. I think this is just a cheap e-bike. But online, the closest one I could find says it sells for $1,412, so $1,412. I think the dude meant to say he paid 1.5K, and he was asking, let me look at my sheet, $900. And let's pass this. This is not Hannah this time. So if this was a legit 15K bike and he was selling it for 900, you would get 2 thumbs up. Like I'd grow a thumb. I'd give that 3 thumbs up. But obviously 1.5K sells for $1,412. And then the next one I saw, and this is, you know, again, this is a bike that I've heard of. I've looked into this bike over the years, and I hope I pronounce this right. The Jason Hunter X. So this is a 20x4 folding e-bike. There's a whole lot of videos on YouTube with this bike on it. It's a popular bike for hunters and things like that. So this person in this ad up there asking $800. So I looked around and I'm pretty sure I got the exact same bike here, the Hunter X, brand new, currently on sale for $859. So I have no doubt that this guy probably paid more than $859 for this bike. But assuming I've got everything lined up and I'm, 38% positive I do, $800 he's asking, $859 brand new. That is a big no deal for me. Spend the extra money, get it brand new, get a warranty, all that good stuff. No go for that guy. And then I kept looking a little bit, and again, I was looking for, like bikes that I've at least kind of heard of or anything that really caught my eye. And then, of course, the next one I saw, everybody knows electric. Everybody loves electric. I just about smashed my face onto that tree right there. So the electric XP Lite, this guy right here. Now, I didn't show all the pictures, but this was brand new out of the box. According to him, he had pictures of the box. If you look at the picture, you can see there's still all the new stuff on it. Granted, he could have put it off and put it back on, but brand new 20x4 e-bike, electric XP Lite, super light bike, really great for, college kids. I would say younger kids too. It's a very lightweight bike, easy to maneuver. He was asking $700. So, okay. I don't know too much about electric other than everybody loves them. I'm not too familiar with the prices. I know a lot of their 20x4 bikes are usually, $800 to $1,300. So $700 brand new. I looked up the current price of this exact bike, and brand new, $900. So keep in mind, I don't know if electric adds taxes. I don't know if they cover shipping, but you're getting a brand new out of box, basically, even though it's out of the box, so it's not brand new. But you're getting a $700 bike, or you're getting a $900 bike, brand new for $700, and it's electric. So I'm factoring in with electric's customer service being fantastic. Still should be able to get a warranty on it and do all that stuff. So in that situation, $200, I think that is a deal. So out of the ones that I've seen so far, that was the only one that I would actually say was a deal. And I don't have my Strava pulled up right now, so I have no idea how long we've been riding. And I sure as hell hope my GoPro doesn't die. Fingers crossed. But that's where we stand right now with everything. And I think we'll go ahead and go straight here. So the next one I saw, and I think this was actually the closest to me. I think this was 16 miles away. So that kind of caught my eye too. But it's the GoTrax F3 another 20x4 folding e-bike, and this damn crosswind is like, I feel like I'm kind of like surfing, like lazy man surfing, where I'm trying to balance myself. But the GoTrax F3 20x4 folding e-bike, this dude, if I remember the ad correctly, he's a smart guy, because a lot of times you post an e-bike and if there's 10 different versions of the e-bike, people are gonna look it up and they're gonna like, wait a minute, that's a GoTrax 20x4 e-bike. It's only $300 online. Why is this guy asking all this much money? So he specifically in the ad put, this is the F3, it's a higher end, yada, yada, yada. So kudos to that guy, knowing what he's doing, because I get that all the time when I try to sell e-bikes. Some guy will find a cheapest e-bike on eBay that's the same size bike and will say, hey, I can buy this one for $700 cheaper. Well, my friend, it's like buying a car. You know, you can buy the same size car the same year. It doesn't mean they're all the same. But this dude selling this GoTrax was asking $870, if I recall the ad properly. And you guys are seeing it up there. So if I'm wrong, feel free to leave a comment and point the finger at me for being wrong. But I looked this up brand new, and I believe I had to zoom in because they have the font in like this really light blue and it's hard to even tell. But I think it's right now on sale for $899, if I read that properly. So guy is asking $870, brand new, roughly $899. That is another no deal based on those numbers, like not even close. And I'm also assuming this guy probably paid more than $899 for it. So of course he's basing it off of that. But in today's world, that is a no deal. At least for me, maybe someone else would want to save $30, $40 buying a used e-bike, but I would not. So, and the next one I saw, and this one was a bike that I have looked at previously, and I've looked at different models of this company. So I talked about the Rattan, I think it was the LF Ultra, the long range folding e-bike, 40 amp hour battery. That's one of the bikes I've talked about that I'm looking at for long range. But this one I saw in Marketplace is the Rattan Pathfinder step through. But with the Rattan Pathfinder step through, they were asking $900. I feel like when I looked at this bike, it's been probably a year and a half or 2 years, and I felt like when I was looking at it, it was around $1,100 to $1,200. I could not find this bike on Rattan's website, so they probably don't make it anymore, but I did a little Googling and stuff like that, and it seems to sell typically between $1,100 to $1,300. So if we're gonna base it off of $1,100, if they're asking $900, you're saving $200. That's to me, that's not a deal. So no deal on that one. A lot more no deals than deals for sure. And then the next one I saw, this was probably the farthest away from me, but I'm going to include it just because it was a higher end bike, more expensive I should say, but the Rambo e-bike. I'm not talking Sylvester Stallone, shredded to hell, with a 12-inch knife and the sweetest mullet you've ever seen. I'm not talking about that Rambo. We're talking about this Rambo e-bike. This one specifically for sale had the camouflage, so you could throw it in the woods, go catch some deer. Do you catch deer? I mean, kill deer. Whatever people do with deer these days. Do whatever you want to do with deer. I don't care. But camouflage, they were asking $2,000. So also in the ad, the guy did not mention the model number or anything like that. So on their website, I tried to pull the closest one that looked like it, and I'm pretty confident that this one right here is the same bike. So if this is the same one, which it looks like it is, brand new, they were asking for $21.99, so $2,200. So when you're speaking in the $2,000 range for brand new bikes, and you're asking in the $2,000 range for a used bike, same bike, that is a no deal. Now, if it was $2,200 brand new and he was asking like $15,000, to me that's reasonable. I would say deal, but no, he's asking for $2,000 for a bike that costs $2,200. a lot of times you can even find discounts, coupons for bikes like this. So there may even be like a coupon out there that may drop it down. So yeah, that's another no deal. Oh, on your left. You know what? That is the first on your left of 2026. And I can't express how much joy that brings me. I get way too much joy for just saying on your left. I don't know why, but I do dig saying it. But and then finally, I saw one more bike. Now this is kind of something different because I don't even know if this name is right. I don't know anything, but I think it said the Tatio 26-inch e-bike. This bike is 26 by 4-inch tires. It has dual motors. This guy was asking $1,500, and I have 1509 listed. Now I know that that's not correct. Of course it turns green right when I was getting ready to stop. But for some reason I have 1509, and I highly doubt someone's gonna be asking 1509. It's probably supposed to be 1500. But if he's asking 1500, this bike, if I found the correct one, which I can't guarantee, but currently this bike is selling, or a very similar bike, for $1,325. So this guy, this robber, this scoundrel is trying to ask for more than what the bike actually costs brand new. And I hope again that this is the same bike. If not, I apologize to the gentleman, but I'm pretty sure it is. It's very similar. So yeah, no deal. To sum it up, those were the bikes that I had seen over the last few days on a Facebook marketplace local to me. And I feel like that kind of lines up with what I said. It's much more realistic. Oh my God, I about hit a trash can. Anyways, I about hit a trash can. I've about ran into some sticks, some trees. That might be a good sign that we need to end the video. So guys, I appreciate you coming out with me. Appreciate you watching my previous videos. Subscriber count has risen. We are 10 subscribers away from 700. So if you come about this video or you're a lurker, hit that subscribe button. 2026 will be a great year. I'll have a few more bikes coming up in about 2 months. More places we're gonna go. And up until then, you'll have videos like this where we just ride around town. So hit the subscribe button, like, leave a comment. If you have any questions or anything, let me know. I don't know if this is gonna be posted today. It probably will. I'm sure I'll get motivated to edit and post today, or if it'll get posted on Thursday. Not for sure, but anyways, guys, thank you for spending your time helping me waste my time, and I will see you in the next one.